It is official. U.S. President Joe Biden is running for re-election in 2024.
When I ran for president 4 years ago, I said we're in a battle for the soul of America, and we still are. The question we're facing is whether in the years ahead we have more freedom or less freedom, more rights or fewer. I know what I want the answer to be, and I think you do too. This is not a time to be complacent. That's why I'm running for re-election.
Biden's campaign released this video at 6 o'clock Eastern this morning, 4 years to the day from the moment he announced his 2020 campaign. He's now asking voters to give him 4 more years to, quote, finish the job. The campaign launch today sets Biden up for a potential rematch with Donald Trump. Paul Hunter is in Washington, and we want to talk with Paul about this breaking news. Glad to see you, Paul. I used the 3 words that we're probably going to hear a whole lot in these next months to come: finish the job. Is that how Biden's framing this?
Yeah, look, he's saying this is no time to change course. Recall, Heather, as he put it in that clip you played when he announced his candidacy for the 2020, the cut line after 4 years of Donald Trump was that this was a battle for the soul of America. This time, it's in effect, the battle's not yet won. The risks remain. This is not a time to be complacent. Yes, you know, you see Kamala Harris in the video, so it's clear she's on the ticket again. But really the first striking image in that video is that of Donald Trump alongside Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, the 2 most likely Republican nominees, each, but especially Trump, that Biden would portray as MAGA extremists who present real threats to America. So there are images as well in the video of the January 6th rioting and the demonstrations outside the Supreme Court after it turned back abortion rights in this country, with Trump justices tilting the balance in that decision. Biden makes reference to LGBTQ rights, Republican threats to U.S. Social Security, and more, as Biden underlines all at risk under either of the likely Republican candidates. It was his message in 2020. It is his message now. Here's another bit of his announcement video.
But you know, around the country, MAGA extremists are lining up to take on those bedrock freedoms, cutting Social Security that you paid for your entire life while cutting taxes from the very wealthy, dictating what health care decisions women can make, banning books, and telling people who they can love, all while making it more difficult for you to be able to vote.
And look, this worked last time, Heather. Biden won the 2020 plain and simple by convincing Americans he's the only candidate capable of turning back what Trump brings to the table. Again, his message this time: this is no time to change course.
What Trump brings to the table, I'm reading, Paul, just got a statement from Donald Trump in response to Biden's announcement today. It's a full page, but you only really need to read the first 2 lines to get a sense of it. He says you could take the 5 worst presidents in American history and put them together, and they would not have done the damage Joe Biden has done to our nation in just a few short years. Not even close. That's how it begins. The potential rematch, the issues that Trump points to, set this up for us and the challenges Biden is facing.
Yeah, here we go, right? Look, Joe Biden is 80 years old, already the oldest president in U.S. history. He'd be 86 at the end of his 2nd term. A majority of Americans recently polled would rather have him not run again. His approval ratings are weak, but Donald Trump is almost as old. Trump has his own poor approval ratings, and Biden knows, regardless of those who still back the former president, that Democrats are extremely motivated to vote against Donald Trump. Biden v. Trump is, in a sense, the dream matchup for Joe Biden because he's beat him before. Biden did well in the midterms. He's exceeded expectations in the Oval Office, even if millions of Americans might rather have neither of those 2 running again. If this is what it's to be, Biden figures he's well placed. It's still early in the game, Heather. And look, we haven't even talked about Trump's legal challenges that could change everything. But 2024 is indeed shaping up as a rematch, maybe the one nobody wanted, but a rematch nonetheless. And again, from Biden's perspective, framing it as a continuing battle for the soul of America, it is a battle he figures he won't lose.
One of those Trump cases in court today, as a matter of fact. Paul Hunter, thank you so much for all of that. Great to see you from Washington.